Okay, so welcome everybody. My name is Kate, and I'm the creator of the Easy Entity Release app. And we are in the 7 Days of Healing. And this is my guest, Christy Dickerson. She is a motion code and body code certified healer. And this week in our 7 Days of Healing group, the theme for the week is weight loss and body image. So, and all the ways that we hold fat that we don't need to, right? So usually what does happen is if we experience trauma, or if we don't feel safe, then our body energetically puts up these walls, puts up these protective barriers, these shields. And then over time, if they're not released, they can physically become fat on our bodies. So we're just going to work some of this today, and we may do some other little things depending on what Christy needs. So do you want to say something, Christy, or do you want to just roll with
it? Thanks for having me.
Aw.
And yeah, over the last 2 years, I would say, we made some major changes, and yeah, the weight is coming on. I pretty much know why, but I'm very resistant to working on it at this time in my life. So that would be good to figure out.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so much to this, right, to do in an hour. So Christy and I were messaging this morning about, what we're going to do. So, and I didn't tell you this, but I thought we could get a score of, and everyone, so that everyone can do this, if you muscle test and get a score of negative body image, you can just do this right now. Obviously, you don't want to have one, so you want it to be 0. Morning, Audrey. So when I just tune in with you, negative body images, negative body images, it's like around a 6. Okay, so we'll be working on clearing anything that is contributing to that. So that could be anything, right? So I thought we'd do it like this because then we can pull in everything and people can also work on themselves. Because I know Christy has sleep issues. Sleep is definitely a contributing factor to weight, right?
Into motivation. It's a factor to motivating me.
Yeah, and it throws the homeostasis just completely out the window. You're not motivated, as Christy said. So this is good. So we can bring all that in. Okay, awesome. So let's set up our group. Everyone can do this for themselves. You can couple the benefits. Hi, Janet. Yeah, so Janet, you probably just missed that. So we're getting a score of, so Janet, I know she probably doesn't mind me saying this, has the opposite problem where she needs to put weight on. So she probably still has a negative body image. We're talking about, we're going to lower our score to negative body image. Hi, Janet. So you want to get a score of 0 to 10 of what yours is, and it wants to be 0, meaning none. Okay, I'm feeling motivated to do that for you. Should I do that for Janet? Okay, 10. Okay, so yours is like a 5. I get, Janet. Okay, so we're going to set up. I'm going to place my hand on my heart. Okay, so we're already in our group with our activations for today. So we're placing Christy in her own sacred container for healing to do this session. And we're asking for all wisdom, knowledge, multi-dimensional wisdom, knowledge to come through right now. That is of the light to assist us all. Any false white light, false guides, false guards, false templates, We're asking those to positively polarize now to all time and space. For everyone watching, for Christy, for myself, if that's applicable. Anything that's blocking us from getting to the ultimate truth. And I'm placing everyone that's watching right now, everyone that will watch, in another sacred container for healing in 12th dimensional consciousness. And also to receive the most wisdom, the most guidance that's highest and best for them right now. Okay, so I see that we're already, all of us are already connected. 12th dimensional consciousness. As a group, are we grounded? Yeah. Is Christy grounded? Yes. Okay, so can we continue? Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Denise. Yeah. Okay, so let's just work that, and then a whole bunch of stuff's going to come up, and then people can, if you're watching, you can just go wherever you need to go. So this is really good, rather than focusing on a small, just one aspect. Okay, so I'm going to ask which aspect of Christy wants to assist, wants to witness, wants to come through. And it's actually your lower self, which isn't surprising. So this is the part of us that feels the shame, the guilt, wants to hide. And is it safe to do this? And that's a no. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to clear. Like I said, there's a lot of issues around feeling safe with weight. So let's just, so we can clear weight as an, safety as an energy. That's interesting. I said we can clear weight as an energy. Is there something to that? Yeah. Okay. Can we do that now? No. Okay, don't forget that. We'll go back to that. I like that. Okay.
I do too. Snap it
Yeah,
away.
the energy of weight, right? Okay, that's awesome. Because everything that's manifests physically, there is an energetic component to that. And we don't always have to break it down into these little tiny things. Yeah, Angela's like, cool, yeah. Okay, so anywhere it's not safe to even be broaching this subject, talking about this subject, clearing around negative self-image. For Christy, we're having this dissolve, dismantle now for her. So what this does is it opens a little crack in the door. Otherwise, if we don't take care of this safety issue, we're just really looping. We don't really get anywhere. We can be clearing things that are not really there. Our muscle testing gets blocked.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is, so now when I ask, just need to keep these on, lower self, something that we can clear, an energy or belief. Is it safe now? Yes. Okay, and that is offensive energies. Okay, so let's see what that is. Offensive energies chart. This is in the ER app. Okay, so number one. Okay, so these are hooks, and these are energetic hooks. And is this from another person? Okay, so this is interesting. So this is, you've given this to yourself. So these are energetic hooks that if it was from another person, I would say, you know, how a person hooks you in, they want to hook you into a certain way of thinking, being, behaving. So you've like hooked yourself. Okay, so I have to work on, I'm gonna have to figure out what that is. Does that make any sense? I'm gonna ask too.
It kind of does.
Yeah, what comes up around that? Anything? I'm gonna ask too.
I don't know, maybe it was a protective thing.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is so hooking her into believing false knowledge about yourself. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so that you're not, yeah, so this is the negative part, coming away from the perfected you, that your body is divinely perfect, right? Your physical body houses your spirit. Yeah. Okay, so let's, everybody, you're hooked into believing that you need to look a certain way, you need to be a certain way, that people are judging you, that you're judging yourself because you're not a certain way. Okay, we're going to ask that to cleanse, clear, release. For Christy and for everyone watching. Okay, and just, you know, this is, as we all know, this is a really deep issue, so you may need to do this more than once. Yeah, right, Angela. Okay, so we're just gonna play off Angela right now, and I know what's going on with her. Yeah, so we're just gonna ask for a solar plexus clearing for everybody watching. For Christy, if she needs that, a solar plexus clearing, a stomach clearing. So any shadow energy, shadow aspects, we're asking those to dissolve, dismantle, and come into the light for everyone that's watching. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so that's just going to run. So Christy, and then more of these hooks. Yeah. Okay, so we can ask the same kind of thing. Yeah, so more than one. More than 10. Hidden, can never be revealed, will never be revealed. So there's like around 10 of these energetic hooks. Hi, Dave. So we're going to ask these to dissolve, dismantle. These energetic hooks, anywhere that Christy hooks herself into believing she has to be something other than she is. Right, so obviously we get this all from media, and actually just going outside of herself to see what other people look like. So whatever mechanism is causing Christy or anyone that's watching to look to other people for the way that they should be living their life. And that's, we've having discussions about sovereignty. So that's really what sovereignty is, that we are sourcing our own energy, that we're only looking for the answers within ourselves. That doesn't mean to say we can't take advice from people. It doesn't mean we can't ask people. I have people that I ask. I love hearing advice from you guys. But at the end of the day, it's my decision, right? I'm always checking into myself first. I'm always tuning into me. Okay, so that's just clearing. So I'm just gonna wait.
Yesterday I was at a 1 out of a 10 for sovereignty, so I was glad to know that.
Let's talk about that. Okay, so we're doing the sovereignty piece also. And that's not something that you can say a sovereignty statement and be sovereign, right? This is like why we're here. This is our whole life has probably been moving away from that. And now we're moving back into that. So that requires not only just energetic clearing, but physically, you know, stepping into things or stepping away from things that we know don't serve us, like relationships, like jobs, right? So this is not something we're going to do in a 1 hour session. And this is like, yeah, this is like something continual. Yeah. Yeah, this is the work of our life, right? This is our life work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing.
I believe I got myself back to a 10, but you know.
Yeah, so sometimes you know, something will come up energetically that we need to clear. and we can do it that way. Or there may be something that we physically need to do to kind of check in with that and bring that back up, right? Okay, so okay, so that cleared for Chris. So can we move on from the hooks? Yeah, so something else. So we can just ask lower self, are you still here? No. Another aspect wants to show up, and that's a yes. So your super consciousness wants to talk around negative self-image. Yeah. Okay, so energetically, something on here, 1, 2, 10. Okay, so that's blackmail. So if, and that's you doing it to you. Yeah. Okay, so if you're using the app, it's, what you're going to find is that you're doing a lot of this to yourself. Isn't that just amazing? That kind of blows my mind. I mean, me too, right? I've cleared all this for myself. So if this was someone else, this would be them emotionally blackmailing us, right? Kind of like gaslighting, a form of that, a component of that. And as this is you, let me just ask, yeah, so it's like I'm being told that you kind of hijack yourself in a way. Right?
I'm not surprised. A little
that,
controlling, you know, about certain things. So
yeah, so you've hijacked being healthy in this regard. Okay, so
makes
how do we
sense.
clear? Just clear that. Okay. Okay, so anywhere and everywhere that Christy has hijacked an aspect of herself in, well, obviously a negative way. We're asking this to dissolve, dismantle for her so that she can see the fullness of who she is, can begin to come into the fullness of who she is energetically and physically, and all the parts of her that are in the shadow, that have been hidden, that are in the dark, and anything that's propping that up, any energy or belief. We're asking this to cleanse, clear, release now for Christy, and also for anyone watching. You can just couple the benefits of this. Just say that to yourself. If you're watching now in the replay, okay, sorry, I'm jumping so much. It's intense. Okay, so. Okay, we did this. Is that going through? Can we work with something else? No, we need to stay with this. Can we do that now? Yeah, so I'm being shown that there's a physical counterpart to this. Something that you do physically, how you physically hijack yourself. There's a counterpart to the energetic. Okay, and so the first thing I would ask, is this something Christy's doing now to herself? No. So when was the last time she did this? And it's like 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, 5 years ago, 6, yeah. Okay, and then something happened, obviously. Maybe it was Chrissy had an aha moment and she stopped doing that, or she had some energy work and that facilitated stopping physically doing that. But it was a physical hijacking, something physically she was doing to hijack herself. So I'm getting that was something around work or a job, or I don't know, so some dynamic there. Okay, so do we need to clear this energetically? No, so that's just for informational purposes, I guess. Yeah, and Christy's, because Christy's not doing this? No, so if she was doing that, we'd want to identify what it was and make that physical change. Now, if that physical change just seems huge and overwhelming and daunting, then we can facilitate stepping into that physically by clearing some of the energetics of feeling unsafe. Maybe it's a dynamic with another person. So where do we give our power away to somebody else? Because we always have choice, right? We do. Even when we see that there's no choice, there's choice. So pulling our power back, opening these doors, bringing light in so that we can see. And a simple statement could be, please show me where I see that there's, I see that there's no way forward. Please, clear darkness so I can actually even just see my path forward. And that is super, super powerful. Okay, so are we done with this? Yeah, just see. Okay, so something else. So we can just get a check on a scale of 0 to 10, 10, 9, 8. So we're at a 7. Oh, let's stay at a 7. Yeah. Okay, something else on here. And this is something that Christy's done to herself. So still on the offensive energies chart. 10, 15. Okay, is it on here? Yeah. 20, 50. Let me scroll down. 19, 20. Okay, so that's just dark energy. Okay, so dark energy, shadow energy, it's just the absence of light, right? So we can just clear that. And that's what I was telling Angela this morning, just before we got on here. So we can just do a general clearing of this. Yeah, and this doesn't have to be anything scary. It's just energy that is not, that's not light. It's shadow. It's where we haven't fully realized it yet. Okay, so we're going to cleanse, clear, release all the dark energy around this, around negative self-image. And we're doing this for Christy, and we're also doing this for everyone in the group. All time, all space. Let's do this multi-dimensionally, which means that everywhere that we are, because we're more places than right here, right now on this timeline, we're clearing from all those places that we are. Because those other timelines are influencing this now timeline. Okay, we did this. That's a yes. And we're going to fold in. We're asking these timelines that they fold in that we've cleared from so far. And we're just closing the book on those. That's what that does. So they're not out there energetically in the universe influencing us. Okay, we did this. Yeah. So can we continue? Yes. So is there another aspect that wants to speak? Yeah. So your lower self. So something else on here? No. Okay. So shame comes up. Shame and guilt. And this is yours. Yeah. From us, do we need to know a specific age? No. So we're just going to clear it generally. Okay. And this is around body image, right? Yeah. Is it safe to do this? Yeah. Okay. So dissolve, dismantle any trapped emotions, emotional energies of shame and guilt for Christy. Around body image, negative self-image, and we're coupling the benefits for the group around this. Okay, so if you're doing this at home, if you're watching something like this, which is just really prevalent, right, with this topic, we can just ask, we can even get a scale of 0 to 10 on shame and guilt, And for Christy, it's a 6. So this is something she can do later. We want to work on getting that to a 0. Are we going to do that now? No. Okay. And that's something that everyone can do also. So you can get the creation point the first time that you experience those and work all the way through till now. Clearing every year. Maybe you can only clear 1 year at a time. Maybe you can clear a couple. Maybe you could clear a decade at a time, whatever it is. Okay, so we're gonna, do we need to do more of that to continue right now? No. Okay, so lower self is still here. Yeah, so something else on this offensive energies chart. Yeah. Okay, and I feel like it's gonna be, okay, so it's energy weapons, and this is what you've given yourself. Yeah. Okay, so this is yeah, it's like a dagger or a knife. Actually, to your stomach, to your gut. Okay. And this relates to negative image. Yeah. Okay, so this happens when, I'm sure you guys can feel that when that happens, right? When we're just so frustrated with ourselves. And it's like hating yourself, right? You're just, for that moment or for however long, just attacking ourselves negatively, obviously. So we can ask if there's underlying cause for that. And there probably was, but Christy's probably cleared it. Do we need to know more? No. Can we go to an age of this? Is it safe to clear this? No. Okay, so everywhere it's not safe to even begin to clear this for Christy. Let's clear releases now. So what would it mean? Okay, should I go into that? Yeah, so what would it mean to actually be safe? To look at this, it would have to mean that Christy is consciously choosing that A, she doesn't want to do this to herself anymore, and B, that she wants to move forward, right? And understand the dynamic of why she did this to herself, right? Mm-hmm. Which is huge. And not, if you're not ready to understand your specific particular dynamic, that is okay. Like, we get it when we get it. Don't keep beating yourself up because it's not synchronized right now for you to have that aha moment, right? So okay, so is Christy ready to do this? Yeah. Okay, so we cleared this. I've actually completely, my mind is, what were we doing? I'm not sure. That
the
just
dagger. The dagger in my stomach.
There we go. Okay, I'm sorry. So is it safe to clear those? Yes. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to cleanse, clear, release. We're asking this hateful, negative energy that Christy has given herself in her stomach, in her gut. Christy is ready to dissolve, dismantle this. And if she consciously needs to have more awareness around this, we're asking that that comes at this time throughout the day. So she can step forward into an enlightened state, and physically not doing this to herself, energetically putting an end to doing this for herself. And coupling the benefits for everyone watching. Okay. We're just going to wait. Okay. I'm going to read some.
I wonder if I'm still doing this to myself or if it's from the past.
Yeah, okay. Is this something Christy still does? Yeah, you do.
Hmm.
Around sleep, when you don't sleep, you do that to yourself. Yeah. Um, okay, so do we need to go there? Yeah, around sleep. Just to find out why Christy's doing that. No, we have to clear something around not sleeping. Yeah, okay, let me just ask what that is. Okay, so false timelines come up around sleep. Okay, do I need to go into that? No. Okay. That Christy's plugged into. Yeah, that's interesting because we did that in the beginning. Okay, so any false timelines? Is this when Christy sleeps? No, always. False timelines. These are dissolving, dismantling. So Christy is only plugging into new enlightened timelines for herself and when she's in dream sleep state. Okay. Okay, so we need to wait. Okay. I mean, this, yeah. Okay, something else around sleep, no. Okay, so negative body image is a 7, 6, 5, so it's a 4. Okay, and something else? No, is it? Is it is it safe? Yeah, we're done. Okay, so okay, let's just fold in any other timelines for Christy that she no longer needs, that are no longer for serving her highest and best, that keep her stuck in past. Okay, we're also asking to energetically like cut out, snip out any neural pathways that no longer serve Christy and everyone watching. So this, we're doing this in the nervous system, the brain, also in the gut. And we're asking for liquid, golden liquid light to come through Christy's crown chakra and to make new enlightened connections for her highest and best now, and re-encoding DNA to pure love, light, illumination now. And so it is. Okay, any energy openings, any portals that Christy's opened for herself? So this happens when we stress, that we open these energy openings, portals. So we're closing all those that are in Christy's energy field, where she's opened these for herself And this causes agitation, irritation, just a feeling of not being settled. And any aura repair that we can do right now, also for Christy and for the group. I'm sending ultraviolet light to everybody, to Christy right now. You can do this for yourself, for the group. Just imagine sending ultraviolet light to all our energy bodies for repair, rejuvenation, restoration. Okay. Done. Yeah.
I am feeling very relaxed.
Yeah, okay. So let me just tune in with you. Is there something Christy needs? No. Okay, so I'm just backing out. Oh, yeah. Okay. Angela, clear weight as an energy. Okay, so let's just ask. I don't know if we can do that, but we can, I can. Let me just ask about that. So how do we clear weight as an energy? Yeah, so just being told, like everything else, so if you have excess weight, physical excess weight, a way to work this is that represents an energy also. So you'd ask if there's an underlying cause for the excess weight. Let me just tune in. Is that right? 100%. Yeah, can I do this for Angela? Okay, so Angela, let's do it for you because Christy's cooked. Okay, so Angela. Okay, so is there an underlying cause for the excess physical weight? And that's a yes. I'm just going to ask who wants to talk. So your lower self, can you tell me what this is? Okay, so shields, you're telling me energetic shields. And is that the highest priority? Yeah, is there an underlying cause for those? Was there an underlying cause for those? And that's a no. Okay, so can we know why she has these? Yeah, so protection. Okay, so your ego is saying that you need a protection, which your ego aspects, this is why the aspects of consciousness are so important, right? So your ego is saying it needed to be protected. But if we go to a higher level aspect of you, like your higher self knows that that is not true, right? So working on the ego, we just did this last week with Haley a little bit on all the different aspects of ego is really important. Okay, so the most important is to clear these shields, and so general consciousness, is Haley ready to do this, right? So when we talk to general consciousness, we're just talking to all of them. Okay, so we're just going to call them energetic shields. Okay, so all the energetic shields that Haley's ego, not Haley, sorry, probably Haley, I'm going to clear that for her, Angela and Haley have, and we're coupling the benefits for the group So we're energetically clearing all the unnecessary shields that we put around us. With any physical situations, with any mental thought patterns, when we think about something and we get an immediate negative reaction, we have a negative thought, that is, I'm being told, that is putting up an energetic shield. Okay, is that clearing? Is there something else we can do? Just need to wait. Okay. Hayley, I'm sorry, girl. I knew you wouldn't mind. When I say someone else's name and I'm working on, like, I know that that person that's coming there has that too. So it's not that I'm thinking about someone else and not you. Okay, so we can clear more shields. Angela, do we need to know more about these? Can we know how many? No. So we're just asking for these shields that Angela has around herself, and she can be doing this, and everyone watching can be doing this to dissolve, dismantle. Okay. Okay. That was cleared. Are there more? No, something else that is keeping Angela, an underlying cause around weight. Yeah. Okay, so who wants to talk to me? So your ego, do we need to know any deeper than that? No. So fear is coming up. So fear is different to feeling unsafe. It just has a different vibration, a different frequency, similar but different. Can we know what this is more than fear? And that's a no. Do we need to know? Okay, so all fear to lose weight is what this is. Cleanse, clears, releases now for Angela. Fear of what you could be. Okay, so we're clearing that as a belief, as a construct. Fear of what Angela could be. Fear of stepping into that if she didn't have that extra weight, coupling the benefits for everyone. Okay, so that's big. That's just, yeah. Okay, just having this clear. And it really is, should I say that? Yeah, it's like baby steps, guys. It's like, it so totally is. I mean, someone said to me yesterday, as a first conversation I had with someone, they said they watched all my YouTube videos. And if you go back and watch the first YouTube video I ever did, it's like, oh man, I'm so nervous. Because I'm just such a, I'm an introvert, and I just could never, ever in a million years imagine me doing this, right? And now it just feels so natural. But I really had to, I had to push my physical self to get on here and just block out and override that scared part of me. I really did. And then the more I did it, the easier it became. Yeah, because there was nothing to be afraid of. What, so I share that, yeah, that personal stuff. Yeah, so it was just, for me, just all the times that as a child I was, I was actually told not to talk, and I was actually, well, it's interesting, because I was told not to talk, and then I was kind of commanded to talk, from certain people in my family. They were just like, okay, you need to tell me this right now. And it was just like so petrifying. So this whole thing around speaking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, so then I had to, most of my life, it was like, I didn't have anything to say. I was like, I was like, wow, how do you even talk? How do you even speak? And then to do the channeling part, just to kind of let go of all that and just trust that something is actually going to come through my mouth that's intelligent. So yeah, so it's a process. So don't beat yourself up. Okay. Yeah, Nadine. Yeah, we had similar stuff going on, definitely. And for most people have a variation of something that's, you know, makes us feel like this. Okay, so for Angela, clean these walls. No, something else. Okay, so okay, something on here. So this is the offensive energies chart. 20. Okay, so just dark energy. And this again is not something to be afraid of. It's just there in your mind, you know, energy filled. Okay, so we're clearing dark energy for Angela, for everybody, through all time and all space. So this is just the absence of light, so we can just ask anywhere that I'm not seeing, anywhere that I have blocked myself, anywhere that there's aspects of me that are not illuminated, that I'm not seeing the complete picture, that I'm not seeing everything I need to be in my power, that I'm not seeing, I mean, there's so many ways to see it. It's like you got to get really inquisitive. You gotta want it. I know you guys do. Okay. Okay, so that's, and that cleared. Yeah. So another underlying cause. So now we're just going to clear the energy of this weight. Can we do that? And that's the highest and best for Angela and for everyone. Okay, so they're just telling me to fold it in, right? Okay, this is cool. So they're just saying fold it in because now there's nothing energetically left in it. So we've done the underlying causes. So we're just going to fold in the energy of this weight. Is that right? No, just fold in the weight. Okay, we're folding in the weight. Okay. For everyone, for Angela, for everyone watching. Okay, so the formula for that is you find the underlying causes and then you fold in the weight. Exactly like that. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Do we need to fold in timelines? No. Do we need to do anything else around this? Yeah. And what is that? False timelines. That's funny. I knew that would come up today. Okay, so any false timelines that Angela's on as she created these? No. Okay, so any false timelines? I'm going to cleanse, clear, release those for anyone else in the group. So all false timelines, dissolving, dismantling now, anything that's on them, any entanglements that we're in or on, these are going to clear. Okay, that's doing. Is there anything else? No. Okay, so backing out of that. Yeah. Okay, that was really awesome. I just learned something new. I hope someone wrote that down.
I wrote it.
I want it. Okay, so do I need to recap that? No. Okay, someone has that. Good. So that weight part. Okay, awesome, guys. So if you have any other questions, you can post. Are you good, Christy?
I'm good. Do I still need to work on my hooks or?
The shame and the guilt. Yeah.
Shame and guilt. Okay.
That's the next most important I'm hearing. Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love you guys all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll talk to you all soon.
All right. See you later.